Welcome to a casted game of Age Mythology Retold. We've got Soldier playing as Ra. You guys, you know him, you love him. NA Pros, brother of GUA. He's one of the best out there. He is playing as Ra, part of the Egyptians, and he's up against Vodka, who typically you see on the observer role, right? He's usually on the other end of the screen, but today we watch the Watchers. Vodka is going to be playing as Hades, god of the underworld, and we are on Elysium is this map. You got these little golds kind of dotted across the middle. Now, I played against Soldier earlier, and he claims I had an extra 6K gold, and that's why I won. So we gotta get some investigation. I need some third-party rec investigators, to check it out and let me know if that's true, why we won. But all joking aside, man, I'm so excited. Age of Mythology Retold is so fun. You guys can be getting in this bad boy. We're launch day. We've been streaming for 8.5 hours today. I took off work just to do this because I love you guys that much, and I love Age of Mythology. Okay, let's check this out. So we've got Ra over here, a rather nice defensive god. Typically, any god can play any way, but typically used defensively. It's got rain as a benefit for your farms. I'll hover over that so you make sure you understand what it does. Makes your villagers gather from farms faster. All villagers on the map, technically, a little faster. But Ra has priests that can power in addition to the Pharaoh. Now, it empowers at a decreased rate, but it can empower nonetheless. Now, one cool thing you can do in Retold is you can actually build a monument, and you can empower the monument, and it does like a group empower. So you can technically have a monument right here, group empowering. I think it's at a lesser rate if I recall, so it's not necessarily like better for getting more food here necessarily, but something you consider. But yeah, there we go. We got a monument over there. He's gonna be building that right away. 60%. There you go. My man Drongo with the percentages. Got his calculator out. I was just talking to Drongo about, I think we're going to have to queue up a 2v2 Freyr Citadel rush into... we're going to take their TC and drop 2 Grillo Bursty. That's the plan. I think it would work. Maybe it'd work. There's only one way to find out. I think we need to bring a Poseidon player along for good measure for some Sentry. Right? I think that's how it works. Okay, so we've got Vodka. He's got his villagers on the deer, the gold, the wood here. Pretty typical opening. Nothing crazy you're going to see there. And during transition, while these players are aging up, you'll see them out here grabbing relics. Let's see what we got. We got the Eye of Ornlu. Increases the attack of counter infantry. That'd be very nice for the Egyptians. Increases tower attack against myth units. Tower of Cestus. We've got the myth units are cheaper. By the way, guys, I'm going to show you a hack, life hack. You're going to want to know this. You're going to come in here, and you can go to game, and you want to scroll all the way to the bottom. And what you want to do, is it not here? Is it? Oh, it's in UI. I'm sorry. I lied. It's in UI. This world tooltip display. Turn that all the way down to 0. And this makes it so when you hover over these relics, it immediately tells you what to do, and you don't have to sit here and go like, waiting with the delay, and then you're like trying to get these up quickly, right? So I've got my tooltips immediately showing, and it helps me check out relics. I like it. It does get a little annoying sometimes, like, you know, you can see a lot of these tooltips popping up, so I've been debating how much I like it. But yeah, definitely I think I prefer being able to read what the relics do pretty quickly. Okay, age up wise, we've got Athena coming up right now for the Greeks, goddess of wisdom. We're going to have a Minotaur popping out of that right there temple right soon. Here we go. Here he comes. Ready? And there he is. Here goes the Minotaur. He's going to be going out, probably trying to hit a raid, maybe trying to smack some villagers around, typically what you see. On the other side, we've got Bast, the goddess of protection in cats, and that will give the Sphinx, of course. Now, Bast artwork got reworked. It no longer looks like a little kitty cat. You'll see here. Look at that. Look at that ferocious. Actually looks like some kind of like god rather than whatever heck it was before. So nice. Minotaur coming out, going to be looking to get a little attack going on. Temple built on the backside. Might see some priests popping out. He's on the berries rather early here. I think just deciding to stay in base, knowing that, yeah, it's probably pretty dangerous out there, and this can be a good move. Make sure you can go out to the deer here, and then you go get smacked around by the Minotaur. So he decides, play it safe, plays in base. Pharaoh will be the counter to this, so he does get a little flipperoni off on those villagers. They get tossed around, but it looks like he's going to be able to hold on to it. Meanwhile, here's the Sphinx. Anjo. Sphinx is coming out, going to be chasing him down rather fast. Now these can be upgraded to Bull Minotaurs, and the Sphinx have several layers of upgrades as well available for their spin to win. They do an area attack. You can get a few of these bad boys and you can really dish out some damage. And oh, he actually did make a second Sphinx, so he did build that monument rather early on. So he has 2 Sphinx out there, could go for some raids. Now it does look like Vodka is going for a second town center. So we have 2 town centers on the way. Let's change perspective so you can see the accurate. There we go. See what's going on there. I don't like to have to do that. Maybe if I had hotkeys, it'd be easier. Okay, so he's able to stay on the deer, which is nice, until the Sphinx come, I guess. And it looks like the Sphinx is trying to take out the tower, but it is Poseidon. I'm sorry, this is Hades. You can't just do that. He can call in Sentinels, and that's what you're seeing right now. We've got 5 Sentinels guarding the town center. That is a god power for Hades. You can use it on your town center. You can also use it on your allies' town center if they're lose it. It can be a nice way. You can always use your defensive god powers for your allies. Sphinx gets good area of attack on all those. Took all those villagers just about to half health, but unable to get the kill. Now they are inside of the town center for now, so he's drawing idle villager time. Five villagers there. Going up north. Going to get the other ones. Ooh. It does look like Achilles is on the way, but he's a little bit late. Sometimes it's hard to get the attack off in the right spot with the Sphinx because they like stop in place when they activate. So they've got this, let's see if I can show it to you. This cooldown. Yeah, there it is. You can hit it again. Here he comes. And he does it one more time before losing, but it really didn't do much damage. So it kind of depends on where you get that sandstorm whirlwind going. So that's going to be important. Now, let's see what's going on. So any military buildings, nothing to see here. 2 TCs. On the other side, though, for Ra, the military buildings for him. He's also still on 1 town center. So is this going to be a fast heroic? Well, it actually is. Look at that. It's already going. I wish I could have a mod to send an alarm that like goes off massively when people click up, because I don't want to ever miss this, and it can kind of sneak away over there. Okay, so he's going with Sebek. Now Sebek has been reworked a little bit. Of course, has the laser crocodile. Hasn't been as popular in Retold. It certainly is not as good as it was in Legacy. But let's see how it works out. We're going to have the Pastuchos. Hey, Pastucho! Come on out of the... There he is. You got a rock. You got a laser croc. There we go. Look at him go. Living his best life. Got the Sphinx there as well. He healed up his Sphinx. He could jump inside the rock. Now the rock has a different animation. Look at that. He comes on down, says, hey, let's go for a spin. They get inside there and then they can fly away. There we go. Do-do-do-do. Oh, I thought he was going to go for attack. Here we go. Look at it. I haven't actually watched anyone use the rock yet. Okay. This is, someone was asking me why did I like to play Raw growing up when I was a kid? Because I just thought this was like so cool, having an air transport on like, especially on maps that were like Jontium that had the mountains, like everyone walled mid, to be like, psych, I'm just going to fly right over mid or fly into the oasis or stupid stuff. That's what I was all about. Okay, so he's going for a little bit of a raid. Now, it used to be in Legacy, it just kind of would like beam me up, Scotty. They like drop down, then drop back up. But in this, they have to go down as an animation. So the rock really isn't as good. Also, the Greek heroes, they all have ranged projectiles. So this is going to hurt quite a bit. He has all myth units in there as well. So he doesn't really want to take this fight. Not a ton of speed. Okay, he's trying to decide where to go. There we go. It's going to drop off troops. There's his Migdol. He's going to be trying to use that in the middle of the map. I think he'll get that up just in time as the Greek army is arriving. There he goes. He's going to jump inside of there. We'll need to train up some units though to defend. And it does look like he's going to be able to hold this. Laser Croc gets some shots out, and down goes the Minotaur. A nice hold there, and is going to be able to secure himself some mid-map gold. Always a goal with Egyptians. Secure yourself some gold. They're a very gold-heavy civilization. Now, the offerings here, we've got the... oh, it doesn't show you, but we've got the camel riders. I don't know why the tooltips don't work when you scroll over them in the UI. It's really dumb. Like, this should show me that. But you got camels, you got chariots, you got elephants. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Laser Crocodile gonna be in trouble. Achilles on his heel. No pun intended. Oh, poor Pastuchos. Down they go, but here comes the camels. Watch out, they spit. Okay, Achilles is going to be in trouble now. The camels are on him. But here comes the Manticore. Everybody knows the fear of the Manticore. I wonder if it's been rebalanced, because it was freaking crazy during the beta. Okay, so we've got camels moving on in. trying to do some quick hit and runs. Vodka, by the way, did sneak up to the third age. We've got the Manticore. We've got the Underworld Passage available. And that's going to be what we're seeing. Does he drop down a fortress of his own? He might. He's got 2 TC. 1 TC versus 2 TC. So he's kind of got to hold on right now. He's ahead on the villager count. So Pika will be ahead in the end. But Manticore was able to take out that priest. And now he might need to consider getting his own priest or even bring up the Pharaoh to take out that Manticore, because this is not looking like a very good fight. Red villagers trying to stay on the gazelle for their food source. Let's look at the base of the Egyptians. We've got blacksmith back at home, food out there. You've got a siege workshop and a Migdal. But I'm not sure he's really ready for the siege yet. He's making siege towers, but there's a lot of infantry here. It's going to be hard for him to push that unless he goes another route. Perhaps he'll load a bunch of them up in a rock and try to go for an airdrop. He certainly could. And maybe that's what we'll see happen here. Okay, Camel's looking to get a raid, and they might do so. Very nice. He's able to get some chariot archers, get some shots off soldier. Looking really good here. The Egyptians today. We got some hoplites running around. Okay, so we've got continued chariot training. We've got a barracks being put down as well. You see right now the Vault of Erebus for Hades. This will give a steady 2 gold trickle. So look at this. 2 to gold trickle rate. Adds 2. So it gets a gold trickle, which is nice. Passive gold. Right now, villager count in favor of the Greeks here. 57 villagers versus the 41 of soldier. He says, whatever, I got a tower. And unlike Age of Empires 4, the siege tower is not a meme in Age of Mythology. It is quite fun and it's very good at taking out buildings. You can see that right there. So he's working on that. And the Greek army is nowhere to be seen. That tower is going to be going down. There you go. Hoplites on the way. Meanwhile, he's distracted. He's going for the raid. Let's see what happens. There are some troops left here, but they could get surrounded by those camels. Camel's going to be running up on them. Decides to go for the villagers instead. He's going to be picking off some few vills. Nice little raid there. He needs it because he's behind on the villagers. He's able to take out a tower. Oh, it looks like that siege tower actually survived somehow. He must have turned around or picked select all military or something. Okay, so Vodka under siege by the Egyptians right now. But we do see a few axemen being trained. Those are counter infantry. So those will be particularly the ones that are good against hoplites. Ooh, he could find this. That'd be pretty deadly. Okay, Camel's moving in right now on the Toxotes. We've got Camels facing off against Toxotes and hoplites. We also have some chariot archers in here. Hard to say who's going to win this, but Egyptians need to be careful. It's an expensive army. Don't want to just stand and take a bad fight. A little bit outnumbered there and that there. Okay, now he's got a few elephants queued up there. We got a few elephants, a few chariots. He's also throwing down some more barracks. So it kind of looks like maybe he's preparing for a push on the main base. Looks like maybe what might say using that priest to heal up some of the low HP units, but continuing to raid around. He's got that siege tower as well out here. Okay, back at home. Looks like everything's going fine. He's got villagers on his wood. Just ran out of gold there. He's going to have to reposition. Maybe come out to one of these or even go down to that bottom one he's already started to migrate to. Looks like you can go out towards middle. Only one Manticore in this army right now. We do have Achilles. We also have Ajax along for the ride as far as the heroes go. Look at that army. Looks very nice. I think they changed some of these textures. They look really, really, really snazzy. Really snazzy. Okay, what is that? Up top, we got chariots taking shots at the villagers. Going to be hit and run. He's trying to get out of there, keep the villager count close. He's about 10 villagers spread right now. Got the Egyptian army running away, very mobile with these camels and chariot archers. So the Greeks are kind of struggling to stay on top of them, and he can chase them in time. He might accidentally lead them over to his villagers on the northwest side of the map. So he needs to be careful about that. Okay, so Greek army moving around there. Down the bottom side, we got it says it's a palm tree. I don't think that's a palm tree. Okay, that is a fortress. Yes, fortress is being built. But what is this? Siege towers are on the way. I'm not sure that fortress is going to get a whole lot of action. Meanwhile, camels and chariots raiding and marauding on the north. This is not looking good for Vodka. Oh boy. We've got the chariot archers taking shots at the villagers. Gonna just stop them from completing that fortress. That's really gonna stink. He had 2 fortresses actually, and with these 3 siege towers, is able to take it out. Fortress goes down. Will the second fortress go down? It looks like he's gonna stop the second fortress as well. This was a great military achievement for Soldier. Now he just needs to finish it off. Get all of his units fighting. Let's see if he can. We have raiding, by the way, up north. Soldier splitting his army up, playing really, really well with that. The Manticore trying to take down the siege tower. Now he had a lot of archers, and it does look like the standing army of the Egyptians has dwindled quite a bit. He didn't really focus down these archers and these Manticore, and sustained a lot of damage. Military count still in favor of the Greek, so there's that to consider. And he has a lot of his troops up here, so a few things to consider there. And villagers are currently migrating, it looks like. Yeah, a few of them migrating up there. Food, not looking so good for Hades right now. He's a little bit low on food. Meanwhile, the Egyptians' economy is barreling ahead. Picking off a few of those villagers there on the wood. He's making it closer and closer. Gonna have to get out of there as he gets surrounded by the Greek legions. Gotta watch out for that. Okay, he's trying to get out of there. Okay, I think I heard some shade somewhere. Siege tower round 2, electric boogaloo. Let's see what happens here. So villagers actually do bonus damage versus siege tower. So this is exactly how you would want to respond to this if your villagers are nearby. And he's able to take them out. Very effective. That's a lot of resources just crumbled right there in a matter of seconds at the hands of those villagers. So he's able to get his fortress up. He's able to stop the towers. It's pretty good for him. So looking good. Greek stabilizing. Still up on villagers. It's going to be a kind of, part of the matter could be map control. We kind of have an Egyptian foothold here in the middle on 2 of these gold veins. Maybe we'll see a stronghold dropped on this north side as well. I don't know. We could see. Okay, a lot of infantry there. He's making a lot of heavy axemen though, which is going to help against those hoplites when it comes to a head-to-head. There's no hippopist in this army. I think he's going to take this. I'd actually like to see maybe a few myth units. He does have 41 favor. Could perhaps get some laser crocs in the background, or even some Sphinx. Restoration called in, and that is a huge momentum shift there during a battle. He's able to help him keep that army alive, back to full health. Look at this, he has 26 archers. Age of range is upon us. Oh my gosh, these things are shredding, and that's going to become the danger when they can start to just kind of one-shot everything. Yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big there. Okay, so Vodka has this kind of death ball growing. He also has the Petrobolos, which the Greeks have access to in the Third Age. It's going to take a long time to kill that Migdol, as you see there, but not too long. We'll continue to work on that. We do have some upgraded Sphinxes. So there they are. He's got some Cryo Sphinx. They've been upgraded. You can see from their cool hat. They now look like goats. I think that's what they are. Pretty cool looking. Pretty cool looking. Okay, so Egyptians just trying to hold their position. Migdol under attack. He does not have a second one right now. Still expanding up to the north side. He's going to have to probably try to hold his position, I would imagine. He doesn't want that Migdol to go down, or he's going to lose access to his units available to train in there. But he might just let it sink. Is he trying to age up or something? No, not enough gold really to age up. He does have the food required if he wanted to, but that's not going to be on the table. So for now, this is going to stay in the heroic age. Battle coming up. And now we have the Hero Sphinx, whatever they are. This is the tier 3. He's upgraded these 2 times. Look at these. They look like birds, and they don't mess around. Spin to win, spin to win. They're going to be pushing in here. Where's Keister when you need him? He would love to spin to win. Okay, getting in there, doing a lot of area attack, but not wildly effective. Maybe not as much damage as he had wanted to do. He did use Eclipse with that as a kind of a wombo combo deal, but it just doesn't seem like they've been powerful enough. There's just so many archers. I really wonder if he has his ranged upgrades. He does have the tier 1 right now, but those archers are just shredding through everything. Slingers would probably be pretty nice. He has a few in there, but needs probably like a lot more slingers, and he invested a lot in his myth units, I think, to try to take that, but just wasn't enough. Didn't do enough damage. So a little bit of testing it around, testing the waters. Migdol is going to be going down. And down it crumbles. He can no longer make camels. He can no longer make elephants, no chariots. So that's going to change things up. Does he change to a barracks only composition? Really double down on slingers? Yeah, Hades' archers obviously very, very good, is what we're seeing here. Okay, so losing his forward base, the keep goes down. The 3 barracks probably going to be following here shortly after. Not looking so good for the Egyptians. Can he hold on will be the question. Trying to train some laser crocodiles. In fact, he's uploading them to Crocodiliopolis. What are these names? Crocodilopolis. Crocodilopolis is what we'll call it. Crocodiliopolis. They made that up. They made that up, 100%. Crocodilopolis. Hades just used the underworld passage from where? That's not a very far passage, but he can rally his troops there and then they'll pop out on this side, I guess. That's what he wanted. But not... A lot of times you see it as a flank or something, but it is what it is. Something to get around. Looks like we have a 3rd town center online up here on the north. In Greek, it makes sense. Yeah, it's all Greek to me. Okay, so we've got more slingers. Now, slingers will be very effective in these type of matchups. They're counters against archers. So you can see, actually, they're doing very well now as he starts to get some of these numbers. But you need to be able to keep the hoplites at bay. He's got some elephants. He's got some laser crocodiles. He does have some Hierosphinx. 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 I should Google it. Okay, heavy hoplite. Looking pretty menacing. Fortress gets dropped down. Archer ranges as well. This is it. This is the Hades death push. Can he hold on? Villager difference is not that huge. He is kind of pushing forward. He's got these axemen, which would be good against these hoplites. But that's a lot of hoplites. Look at this. 121 army versus 64. He's literally got double the military count right now. And not only that, we're in the Mythic Age. He has aged up with Hephaestus, and we've got the plenty. Has he dropped that bad boy down? Not yet, but that's passive resources he can get once he builds that. Let's just make sure he hasn't made it yet. We also have Horus coming in for soldiers. Soldiers aging up to the Mythic Age, so we're gonna see this as well. Boom, there we go. We got tornado. He uses it right there. Very effective. Uses the tornado, sucks up, hits like half health on a lot of those hoplites. Gonna be going after that fortress. It does look like he was able to pick up the siege. Send him flying flat of like pancakes. Oh my gosh. And he's gonna continue. He runs back in it. Twister. I just went and saw Twisters. It's not called Twister 2. It's called Twisters in theaters the other day. Oh, but look at this. He heals it with the restoration, a very nice use of that restoration. So all of that damage he just did with that tornado is pretty much negated. He killed some siege units, I guess. And maybe that's what he wanted, but probably wanted to suck up a good deal of that army. So this is going to be a tough fight. He does have the Avenger up on the front line, spinning the win. But this Hoplite's just so strong. He's got the champion Hoplites. He's got the champion Toxids. He's sitting underneath the fortress. I don't know if he's going to hold this. Yeah, we got flaming arrows coming in as well. This is not looking good for Soldier. And with that, Soldier taps out. Vodka takes the game. That was a very, very fun. It looked like Soldier really had a lot of good aggro going on there, but it's not enough to get it across the finish line. We'll take a look at this overview and some of these highlights. You can see some of the really Vodka dominating the statistics for the most part. Look at the villager graph. He did a good job continually raiding, but Vodka was ahead economically for a good portion of this game. I think that restoration was really huge after the use of that tornado. Really kind of negated that god power at the end. And if we look at the resources there, it's really going to tell a lot of that story. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this classic game of Age Mythology Retold. If you did, consider leaving me a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. You can upload your recs and download them on AoM.gg. I've been building a website for the community. I'll give you a look at this. And you can come over here to the record games and upload your games. It's pretty cool. You can upload them. You can download these. You can link them to your friend. It's very, very neat. And then, you know, there, you can go find that stuff. So go check that out. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.